I am ASMR Beetle, or actually, I'm the chameleon. I hope you are calm, relaxed, good, and feel what the ancient cosmic, magical, healing, magical energy of ancient cosmic healing magic guide you and give you light, bless divine light, as Whittle would say. So I am the main chameleon, and I have contacted you now because I heard you had an encounter with the Rogue Chameleon. And it's very important to discuss this now, because the Rogue Chameleon claimed they were on the side of good, but they were only outlaws trying to stop us, the main chameleons, from taking over, and what we were, and what the main chameleon government were to blame for everything. I have to be honest with you, the main chameleons and the Rogue Chameleons are on the verge of war right now. You know, the Rogue Chameleons have interfered in our plans one too many times. So I will try to update you on the situation. But as I do that, I will make sure you are not a Rogue Chameleon or an agent for the Rogue Chameleon. And I'll use this sort of brush sensor disguised as a regular brush to just sort of it has fibers in it, in which it sort of will reveal lines in your face, which will show if you're a Rogue Chameleon. So you already probably know what the chameleons, do you know from previous encounters, but the chameleons have infiltrated a lot of the life on Earth, what we've pretended to be, but we've taken human forms and human bodies and human identities to make sure that everything goes according to plan. We are helping Earth authorities, and this is top classified information. Only the highest levels of your governments are actually aware of this, aside from you. We have actually I'm checking your face. So we have actually been helping the Earth governments develop artificial environments and stuff, in case a global sort of nature apocalypse should occur to Earth in the future, which this occurred to us, the chameleon race species, a long time ago. But we learned to grow new environments through artificial means, and those were able to bring the green and all the good in our back, and will help humanity do the same, should it be necessary. But we are also here to stop the Rogue Chameleons, because we, the main chameleons, believe humanity has to be free to make their own choices, even if the path of what choices is flawed. The Rogue Chameleons want to take control of your world. I know they portray themselves as saviors, but they're not. They want to control every aspect of your society and your world, and they will go to any length to ensure that happens. So you should be careful and wary of trusting them, provided you're not a Rogue Chameleon yourself, of course. We'll soon find out. Be very wary of trusting the Rogue Chameleons. The Rogue Chameleons claim they're helping people with the mutated genes, which I talked about previously in one of our previous encounters. You know, but it was something which occurred a long time ago when a plant started causing people of a species to get a mutant gene, and this mutant gene created mutations, and these people who became mutated felt very different and felt treated differently, and although things eventually evened out and they were integrated more and more into society, the Rogue Chameleons believe that we, the main chameleons, still haven't done enough to address or to accept the people with the mutated genes into a society. But doing so would cause an enormous amount of chaos. We want the people with mutant genes to be useful and to be treated as equals. But if if we just start integrating them into all of society without any forms of precautions, the consequences will be beyond our imagination. You know, the mutated genes makes them very powerful. And the Rogue Chameleons are trying to exploit that and how to take control of both our society and yours. So we have to keep precautions in case. Otherwise our entire society could fall down to civil war and unrest, as could yours actually. The Rogue Chameleons are dangerous, very dangerous. And you probably also remember what the reason we chameleons can adapt to other species and take the forms of other species, like I am taking the form of ASMR Vita right now, is because we some time ago were invaded by another species, and we adapted and learned to take a form, infiltrating them and defeating this conquering force and rebuilding our world once again. And then afterwards came the divide between the chameleons and the rogue chameleons, two different ways of the world. But we, the chameleons, believe humanity, as well as the main chameleon government and people, have to have free will to develop along their own paths and course, and to support freedom and the established systems to continue working, no matter the cost. Because free will is important. The Rogue Chameleons believe what we do is improve society and reform them and improve society by taking control of things, but that is not true. What we are doing is opening the door to chaos. Order is necessary. And as is free will, we have to respect the path of free will. I cannot see you are not a rogue chameleon. So, I will now be contacting one of my supervisors, because it's time we sort of quell this rogue chameleon uprising once and for all. They're very dangerous and they can ignite fires literally to both the societies. They're very dangerous. So, I will now speak in my native chameleon language. I am hacking this broadcast. I am the rogue chameleon, and you were just fed the main chameleon propaganda. I just hacked into Vital ASMR's consciousness, taking his consciousness away from the main chameleon and where oppressive means. I am the rogue chameleon, and I want you to listen carefully. All you are told now is just propaganda. We, the rogue chameleons, does not want to take freedom away from your society. We want to control the society, yes, and the main chameleon society, but that's to ensure that everyone is treated equal, even people with the mutated genes, because there may be humans today too with mutated genes the public might not be aware of, and they're going, and if the main chameleons and the main governments get where they are going to be treated as freaks and peniments, and they're going to be taken to science labs, imprisoned and studied. We, the Rogue Chameleons, want to take control of your society and our society, to stop this unethical research into the mutant genes, and to stop this government of your world to make the same mistakes as the government of ours did. We have to stop the main chameleons. You have to help us stop the main chameleons. Yes, we might not, if we take control, humanity might not have as much free will as it did, but society will be in a far better shape. We'll be able to actually treat people much more ethically, to stop all the insane experiments of the main governments, with time at least, and the main chameleons, and to stop all all the unethical research and to ensure that people are treated equally, but created and treated equally, to make sure that your society can develop in an ethical way. Sure, we may rule it, but and no mainstream chameleon society, but it will be for the greater good. That way, even if that means taking away some of the free will, isn't it worth it to make sure everyone is treated equal and good, so that everyone has a place in society? That's what we want to ensure that the discrimination and divisions the main chameleons caused in our society will not repeat in yours, to ensure that everyone has a place in society, to ensure that these unethical divisions of your government don't just have free reign to do whatever they want with people, to ensure that if the mutant genes will start to arise in your species too, we will be able to integrate these people into society immediately and treat them as equals, and not as abominations, but as equals, as people and beings of value. We, the Rogue Chameleons, are rebels, yes, but for the best of reasons and with the best of intentions. We are rebelling against an oppressive society. And I know what the main chameleon just checked that you weren't a Rogue Chameleon, but I have limited time. It's not long before the main chameleon will hack Beetle's consciousness again and come back into the mind here, and the consciousness. And so I will just plug this information into you. Please, I ask you, as a potential ally, to show us the Rogue Chameleons. Your choice between the Rogue Chameleons and the main chameleons will make all the difference in the world. You can single-handedly decide the outcome of the coming conflict and of this war between us, the Rogue Chameleons, and the main chameleons. So I will imprint this information in you so you can contact us, the Rogue Chameleons, at any time. It's disguised as a regular pen, but it's actually imprinting stuff into your face, so what you get, it's imprinting this information into your face so you can contact us. Okay, good. Okay, so good. Okay, that's very good. That seems fine. Yeah, you can now contact us. And if you decide to side with us, the Rogue Chameleons, helping us win the coming war, because we now realize that in our chameleon society we have a prophecy saying that someone on Earth, of planet Earth, your word will become decisive in which way this conflict turns, whether the Rogue Chameleons or the main chameleons will win. If you are on our side, if you are on the Rogue Chameleon side, go to the description and click on the Rogue Chameleon video. Go to the description and click on the Rogue Chameleon video, and then you will have sided with us, and then I think we will have won the war, and the Rogue Chameleons can steer society into a better world and on a better course. Thank you. I hope you make the right choice. I hope you make the right choice. I, the main chameleon, are back. I know the Rogue Chameleon just tried to convince you to side with them, but think about it. They say we want everyone to be treated as equals, but that's very nice words to be used. I'm pretty sure it's just a disguise to make sure that they can take control of society. It sounds nice what we say about making sure everyone is treated as equal, but remember, you will be sacrificing both of our species' right to free will and even invaluable research which could help generations to come. perhaps even make sure that the mutated genes with time can be calmed, maybe even cured, which could help millions. And yet, and perhaps even be adapted in a better way, so that we can ensure in long-term more equality. Yes, that will require some research, but I promise it will not be unethical, as the Rogue Chameleons claim. Do not give the Rogue Chameleons the key to our entire society. Please don't. It's so important you don't. Make sure that society stays on its current course, run by the established governments of both Earth and the main chameleon. Society and you will have done the right choice. You will have made the right choice. It is your decision, but I ask you to choose the right. That way free will continue, and society will not be upended by unnecessary uprising. You can stop the Rogue Chameleons here and now. And that way our two societies can continue their advancements and research into artificial environments which could help Earth in the long term. Or new organic environments, should things not go right on Earth with nature. Should some nature apocalyptic event happen, we can then grow nature back again, like we did on our Earth. But the Rogue Chameleons, they might not allow that. They might regard that nature should take its natural course, and not allow for research which could help millions. So it's your choice. But help us and we can continue our research. Maybe some will call what we do unethical, but I don't think it's unethical to do research which could help millions of people in the future. It is for the greater good. So help us. Trust us. The Rogue Chameleons does not want any good. They want to gain control of both of our societies, and will establish a regime if you allow them. Don't give them the keys to society. So I'll just be checking what there are no more residue of the Rogue Chameleons to do on you. Okay, you seem fine. You seem fine. If you choose us, the main chameleons, go to the description and click on the main chameleon video. That way you will have secured that the main chameleons have won the war, and that we can stop this uprising before it even begins. I pray you make the right choice for both the species' sake. But it is now up to you. Thank you for listening to me. You have heard both viewpoints of the Rogue Chameleons and the main chameleons, and now it's time to make the choice. Go to the description and click on the video in which of either the Rogue Chameleons or the main chameleons, whichever you're sympathetic to. I hope you chose the main chameleons. And click the like button on the video you choose. That way we'll see what you have chosen. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you make the right choice for all your sakes.